So I get that question all the time, and in fact, the other side makes that point, and it's exactly true. Yeah, qualified immunity for police officers yet to be pierced since we changed the law, no doubt about it. But you also have to look at the fact that the work being done by police officers, the citizen encounters, as the numbers I gave you a few minutes ago, are significantly down. But here's a bigger issue. The bigger issue is that the way that the tactical error that I think the legislature made in 2020 was to do what they did at the time that they did it and the message that was sent. And in conjunction with that, there was the bill message that we changed the use of force restrictions or expectations of police officers in the state of Connecticut. Prior to that, there was two prevailing cases from the United States Supreme Court that basically molded use of force training. And you've heard me say this before. In 2019, the state of California ran a bill that codified those Supreme Court cases in verbiage and vernacular that was consistent with the way police officers have been trained in this state for over 2 decades, and probably long before that. And they did it in a way that made sense. When the Connecticut did it, they attempted, in my best estimation, to do the same thing. However, did it with wording and verbiage that was very confusing to officers trying to understand what the new expectations, supposed new expectations were. But that's okay, because they go to training, and they'll get training on it. Except that when they go to training, Post is telling the instructors, don't answer what-if questions. So now you have a police officer who says, okay, I'm being told that we've changed the use of force standards. When I go to training, I present scenarios and say, what do I do in these scenarios? And I'm being told I can't answer what-if questions. And in the backdrop of that, they're concerned that if they do something wrong, they're going to get a frivolous lawsuit that's going to be very costly to them and their families. So you take those things all into consideration and say, okay, you've changed the standards. I'm not really understanding what they are. You're not helping me understand them, but I know I'm going to lose everything if I do it wrong. And we can't understand why our car stops are down 65%? I can. So sure, has it been pierced yet? No. But the officers are limiting their liability so much that they're not stopping cars on our highways, and now we have death in record numbers. So if we're going to make the point that qualified immunity has not been pierced, let's be honest about it. And let's make the point that officers are doing a whole lot less because they are afraid that they don't want to be the first one to have it pierced.